Hey beginners, Mrs. Flowers here. We're going to do a little bit more practicing with our bow. We are going to turn to page 17 and we're going to play songs 52 and 53. But first, let's talk about a bow lift. A bow lift is indicated with a symbol that looks a lot like a comma or an apostrophe. And when you see that, it generally happens for us right now over a rest. If you see that over your rest, you're going to pick up your bow instead of freezing it on the string, and you're going to return it to its starting point. Let's go over that. So I'm looking at 52 right now, and I noticed that in the very last measure, I have a single note on beat 1, and then I have 3 beats of rest. And over that first rest, which is beat 2, I see that bow lift symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the note on beat 1, and then I'm going to lift the bow on beat 2, because that's where the bow lift occurs in the music. And then I'm going to, by beat 3 or on beat 3, return my bow to the starting point. And then on beat 4, I wait because there's another rest. So this is what it would look like. So it's open D, and it would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So note that I'm playing an open D on beat 1, that I'm lifting on 2, because that's where the rest begins. And then I'm taking that beat to circle my hand back around to the starting point of my bow. And I land the bow gently on beat 3. So here I go again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's not just important to remember to lift the bow, but it's also important to remember to gently set the bow before you begin your next note. So what I'd like to do next is play 52, including the repeat. So if you want, you can watch the first time and see how it's done, but also this video is meant for you to practice along with. So we're going to play number 52. Here I go. I'll count us in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and beginning 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. That was good. Let me explain what we're going to do from now on at the end of each song, whether there's a bow lift or not marked. So as I ended the song, you probably noticed that I took my bow off of the string and I let the string ring. If you replace, it stops the sound. Or if you leave the bow on the string, no more sound. By leaving the bow on the string, it stops the vibration. So what we're going to do at the end of each song is we're going to go ahead and, after the note is over, we're going to lift and let that string kind of ring, and kind of we'll put it out there in the universe. Okay. So we'll practice doing that on 53 as well. So let's take a look at 53. It's another combination of D string and A string. There's no bow lift at the end because there's no need to continue. There's no repeat. There's no extra down bow. But I am going to remember to lift my bow off on beat 2 because that's where my rests begin at the end. Okay, so here we go. Join me. I'll count us in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and off. And you just pull the bow off in the direction that you were already pulling your bow. For instance, if you're doing a down bow, the bow just lifts off in that same direction. Or opposite, if you're doing an up bow, as you lift off, the bow continues to move on an upward motion. So that is 52 and 53. Please make sure you do your repeat and practice that bow lift. Good luck.